Pablo Sandoval needs to regain his panda magic. And Buster Posey needs to continue his red-hot hitting. However, in terms of pitching, it's as simple as handing the ball to an all-star. Tonight, Tim Lincecum takes on a Mets team that had 2 walk-off wins against the Giants back in May. The second half begins next. The second half of the season begins tonight. We're at AT&T Park as we get ready for Game 1 of this 4-game series, Mets and Giants. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is FP Santangelo. Mike Krukow has a couple of days off. Well, the season's going to start the second half for the Giants, and they're going to face a knuckleballer. That's right, a knuckleballer, R.A. Dickey. What do we know about this guy?
Well, he's got a good knuckleball, and he throws lots of strikes. The Giants hitters tonight, though, have to make him establish a knuckleball. Anytime you face a knuckleball guy, you've got to make him get in the strike zone. But R.A. Dickey's got a hard knuckleball, a soft knuckleball, a changeup, a cutter, and a sinker. So he's got a lot of stuff. A good athlete on the mound. He's quick to the plate, a 1-1 to home plate. So for Giants hitters tonight, make him throw strikes.
You know, one thing that Tim Lincecum, when he's on the hill, it's always kind of like guaranteed win night. And that's why this game is important with Lincecum.
Yeah, and it's important for Lincecum to pick up where he left off in Milwaukee. He had that great outing against the Brewers going into the break. He had his good fastball command, which has been a key for him this season. He had good off-speed stuff, too. So he was crispy last outing against Milwaukee. You know, by the way, the Giants scored him 4 runs in the first inning. That didn't hurt either.
That helps. A contrast tonight, the knuckleballer facing Tim Lincecum. All right, when we come back, Amy G is going to take a look at Hall of Famer Willie Mays, and the Wall of Fame should do that right after this.
and 24 appearances in the All-Star game, capturing 2 All-Star MVPs. Ted Williams once said, "They invented the All-Star game for Willie Mays." Willie ended his career with a .302 average, over 3,000 hits, 1,903 runs batted in, and 660 home runs. His home run total ranked 3rd at the time he retired, and currently resides at 4th all-time. Mays is one of 5 National League players to have 8 consecutive 100 RBI seasons, and one of 5 San Francisco Giants to have their number retired. In his first year of eligibility, Willie was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1979. And upon his induction, when asked who was the best player that he had seen during his career, Mays replied, "I thought I was." The Say Hey Kid, the greatest Giant of all time.
Mr. Willie Mays, not just a Wall of Famer, he's a Hall of Famer. And tonight, Giants fans might just be looking at a future Hall of Famer as Tim Lincecum takes the mound for the Giants and goes up against the New York Mets in Game 1 of this 4-game series. It will start shortly, but first, after these messages, we will check in with our Sportsnet Central Studios for an update. Stay with us.
Yes, indeed. And he will be on the mound tonight for the Giants as the second half of the season begins. All right, our game time weather is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open daily. 66 degrees here at the yard. We got light winds at 5 miles per hour. The humidity is at 65%. It is clear, and as you would expect it here in San Francisco, cool. Let's take a look at the Mets lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll be Pagan, Cora, and then David Wright. This season, 65 RBIs. That ties him for first place in the National League. Beltrán back off the DL, followed by Ike Davis and Jason Bay. Josh Toll will do the catching. Ruben Tejada will be at short. And the knuckleballer, R.A. Dickey, is on the mound.
Defense tonight for your San Francisco Giants. The outfield sits up like this. Huff, Rowan, and Sherholtz. The left side of the infield, Uribe and Sandoval. Right side, Sanchez and Ishikawa. Buster Posey doing the catching tonight. Starting pitcher is Tim Lincecum. Starting pitcher stats are brought to you by your Bay Area Hyundai dealer. Tim Lincecum, the first inning is big for Lincecum. He likes to get his mechanics locked in right from the start. The last outing against Milwaukee, he went 7 impressive innings, struck out 10. And more importantly, only walked 2. He had tremendous fastball command and had a great tempo to go with it. Really attacked the strike zone his last outing. And oh, by the way, he had that 4-run first to go with it with 3 big flies.
So the Giants will start out the second half 47-41. They trail the Padres by 4 games, but in between the Padres and the Giants are the Dodgers and the Rockies.
The Toyota keys to the game. You got to pick up where you left off if you're the San Francisco Giants. They swept Milwaukee, took 2 out of 3 from Washington. The bats were on fire. Got to keep swinging those bats. You got to make R.A. Dickey throw strikes. Anytime you face a knuckleball guy, you got to get him in the strike zone. And Tim Lincecum has to control the Mets running game. They lead the National League with 84 stolen bases.
Angel Pagan steps in as we are just about ready for the first pitch. Here it is. And we are underway on a called strike. So we get started at 7:16 here at the park. Swinging a foul off of Posey's glove, and it's a quick 0-2. Pagan, really good numbers, hitting at .315, 6 home runs, 40 driven in, and in the absence of Carlos Beltrán, Pagan has done a great job out in center field for these Mets. And another fastball at 95. So Lincecum trying to establish the fastball, and Pagan fouls it back.
Talked to Alex Cora before the game. He said Angel Pagan's definitely been the first half MVP for the Mets. Leads the team in stolen bases, like you said, Dwayne. Been playing lights out in center field. Moves to right tonight because of the return of Carlos Beltrán.
It's this one on the ground to Travis Ishikawa, and this game gets underway on a ground ball to first. So a good, energetic crowd here tonight after the absence of Major League Baseball, with the exception of the All-Star game on Tuesday, won by the National League.
Yes.
Here's Alex Cora. Cora hitting .222 with 20 runs batted in. 1 for 6 lifetime against Lincecum. And that fastball is high. The 1-0 pitch to Cora is high again. 2 balls and no strikes. The battery of Lincecum and Posey. I believe it's the first time that Posey has caught Lincecum this year. And that one came really weird out of the hand of Lincecum, and it's 3-0.
We talked to Dave Rigetti today before the game, and he was saying how important the first inning is for Tim Lincecum. His mechanics sometimes get out of whack, out of the windup. It's good for him to find it early and get that confidence real early, establish that fastball in the strike zone.
Took a little off, and it's a strike to Alex Cora. Giants are 25-17 at home, as this is driven into right field on a 3-1 pitch. Cora picks up a base hit. About a half hour ago, we had a Tim Lincecum look-alike.
That is nails.
Oh, isn't that good?
I'll give that a 9 on a scale of 1 to 10. Maybe a young Tim Lincecum, Little League version.
That's pretty good. I know who's going to play Lincecum when they make the movie.
That guy.
Here's David Wright. David Wright, an all-star again, hitting .314. 5 straight all-star game appearances. And he drives it into center field. Is this going to stay in the yard? Rowan in front of the wall, and he makes the catch. And David Wright's got the look like he crushed that.
Welcome to San Francisco, David Wright. He hit that ball as good as you can hit it. And this guy's been one of the toughest outs in the National League for about the last month and a half. David Wright coming into this game absolutely locked in, got a fastball up, and that ball's out of a lot of ballparks in the big leagues.
Here, a hang with him, and here's Carlos Beltrán with his first at bat of the year. And he will take a breaking ball down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Beltrán, also a 5-time All-Star. See his numbers from last year. With Cora at first. And a strike at the knees on a fastball to even the count.
Beltrán was down in Port St. Lucie. He had about 40 at-bats, hit over 300, said, I'm ready to go. This is his first at-bat of the season. And I walked up to him in the locker room today. I had no idea this guy was that big. He is absolutely jacked.
Well, he can also run. Can also play a terrific center field. It was knee surgery in January that has slowed him up. Arthroscopic surgery to clean out an arthritic area of his right knee. So now he is back. And if you're a Mets fan, it really couldn't come at a better time. So Beltrán behind in the count 1-2 with Cora at first, 2 outs. He's got a French bulldog just like Tim Lincecum.
Side.
Cora goes, pitches low, and Posey can't do much of anything. It'll be a stolen base for Cora.
And that's the second stolen base of the year for Alex Cora. And I said coming into the game that was a key for Lincecum tonight. Opponents are 15 of 17 in stolen bases. The Mets are leading the National League with 84. And Alex Cora, who only had 1 coming in tonight, gets a stolen base off Tim Lincecum.
Well, if it's a decent pitch for Posey to handle, I believe he had a really good shot at throwing out Cora. But change up a lot of times, you want to throw it in the dirt. 3-2 to Beltrán. More work for Aaron Rowan, and this will end the inning. Mets strand a runner. Giants are coming up 0-0. Carolina, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll be Rowan, Sanchez, Huff, and then Buster Posey, National League Player of the Week. Check out those numbers. How about National League Player of the road trip? Ishikawa, Oribe, and then Sandoval 7th, Sherholz 8th, Lincecum 9th.
The defense tonight for the New York Mets. Bay, Beltrán, and Pagan in the outfield. Left side of the infield's Tejada and right side is Cora, and Davis. Behind the plate will be Josh Toll. And on the mound for the Mets today is R.A. Dickey. He's got a knuckleball, fastball, changeup. His knuckleball's a hard one. This isn't the Tim Wakefield version that's in the 60s. His knuckleball goes 80, 83 miles an hour. He throws about 80% of them. He's a 1-1 to the plate. Very quick. Going to be tough to steal on him tonight. Righties are hitting 285 off him. Lefties are hitting just 230. And 19 walks in 65 innings tells me this guy throws a lot of strikes.
So Rowan stands in. Andres Torres was available to start tonight. But Rowan has spectacular numbers against Wakefield, so Bruce Bochy's playing that hand. And Rowan takes a strike. Tim Wakefield, obviously, the knuckleballer for the Red Sox. Hitting .238. Fouls this one back, and it's 0-2. Rowan with 8 home runs, 27 driven in. R.A. Dickey. Rowan on the ground. It'll be Davis, who was playing way off the line, and Dickey covering. Here's our Bloomberg Sports graphic. (1,015 pitches thrown. 82% have been knuckleballs. So, what do you do? What do you look for?
Fastball. Even I can read that graphic right there.
That's a good one. The simpler the graphics, the better. Sanchez at 285. Say this, of all the teams the Giants have played this year, and I don't know if it's just because of Dickey, no one plays off the first base line further than Ike Davis. And he's literally almost in the hole.
Yeah, that ball Rowan just hit him. It looked like the second baseman, Alex Cora, fielding.
Home plate umpire is Ted Barrett. Hitters don't much like knuckleballers. Home plate umpires probably don't much like knuckleballers. Honora, Estabrook, and Phil Cuzzy, and it's now 2-2 on the called strike.
A lot of times with a knuckleball guy, you can tell how good his knuckleball is on a given night, whether it's Wakefield or Dickey, by how the catcher is receiving it. And if you look at Josh Toll's glove, I mean, he has got one of the biggest catcher's gloves I've ever seen.
Good take by Sanchez, 3-2.
And what I mean by that, if the catcher's having trouble with it, you're seeing a lot of balls go to the backstop. That tells me on the bench, look out, he's got the good knuckleball going today.
Right there, and it's strike 3 call. That must have been the fastball.
Yeah, that's the danger of facing a knuckleball guy like R.A. Dickey. He's got an 85-mile-an-hour fastball in his back pocket. So while you just saw that graphic, he throws 82% knuckleballs, and I'm sure Freddie Sanchez saw the same graphic, probably looking for one right there. He'll lock you up with a pretty below-average fastball.
Here's Aubrey Huff. Huff takes a knuckleball for a strike. Very fine first half for Aubrey Huff. 17 home runs, 54 driven in. And it's now 0-2. With Buster Posey to follow. Just underway here at AT&T Park. Overshift is on as this is fouled on the left field line and out of play. David Wright playing over at the shortstop position. With the umpire standing there, it almost looks like they got 5 guys on the right side of the diamond. Fouled at the plate. A lot of times if you're a hitter, you kind of see that out of the corner of your eye and you think, I have no chance of getting a hit.
It looked like that every single night I hit. There might as well have been 20 guys on defense. That was the right side of the infield every time I hit. But it was the same on the left side, too.
0-2 to Aubrey Huff. And that knuckleball in and out of the glove of the young catcher, Josh Toll.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there. That is a good knuckleball. When you have a major league catcher that just nicks it and hits him right in the grill.
Hit him in the mask.
That was probably the best pitch he's thrown all night.
I mean, that gives you an idea. If you're even playing catch with a knuckleballer, you got to wear a mask.
You do, and there's two ways to approach a knuckleball guy. You can sit up there and take 2 strikes and say, hey, I'm going to make you throw strikes. I'm going to make you establish a strike zone. Or you just throw all game plan out the window and swing hard in case you hit it. Be aggressive, look for the ball up in the zone, and let it rip. And I think early on, no matter what knuckleball guy you're facing, whether it's Dickey or Wakefield, even if they do throw strikes, you have to make them establish a strike zone.
Three and 2. Aubrey Huff just watched Dickey throw Sanchez a 3-2 fastball. I don't believe he's going to throw Huff a 3-2 fastball. Popped into shallow center field. Beltrán coming in, and he'll put it away to end the inning. After 1, 0-0.
He pitched a 1-2-3, top of the 9th inning.
First pitch to Ike Davis is a fastball high. 1 ball to no strikes. 0-0 here in the second. And that fastball misses as well. I remember watching it too, and as great a friend as Mike was, it was like so nervous when he came in. It's like I was nervous. I can't imagine what it was like for him. Aaron Rowan on a 2-0 pitch gets a fly ball, and Davis is retired. This was the performance by our broadcast partner, Mike Krupko, signing the balls with his son Jared to his left. Meeting the vice president at the time. Comebacker, not a problem. Mike should have won a Gold Glove too, I'm thinking, after that play. But Mike, watching this game in San Luis Obispo, watching all 4 games, he'll be quizzed tomorrow morning to make sure he was watching.
And I'll bet you were way more nervous than he was. He was on autopilot out there, cruise control.
Yeah, he was nervous. 0-2 pitch to Jason Bay is very high, 1-2. It's great. He tells a great story about warming up in the bullpen. Fastball 95, curveball 95, changeup 95. So do you think I was a little amped?
Grateful Dead merchandise and Jerry Garcia. Hey, Grateful Dead fans, we have 2 offers for you. The Giants merchandise packages. Special Grateful Dead t-shirt and cap can be purchased by phone. Mail order for $40, which is a $7 savings. Individual items are currently on sale exclusively at any Giants dugout store. Call 1-877-5-GIANTS to order today. That number again is 1-877-5-GIANTS. Dead fans.
Here's Josh Toll as Bay strikes out, the first strikeout for Lincecum. Josh Toll with lofty numbers, hitting at .529. So you ask, what does that work out to? He's 9 for 17. 1-2. He's 4 for 5 as a pinch hitter. Chokes up about maybe 2 inches.
He goes Pete Rose mode with 2 strikes.
And that'll do it. Lincecum with his second strikeout. Buster Posey's going to lead things off for the Giants. Home half coming up. 0-0.
Sections of the outfield. That's because last Sunday Paul McCartney performed here at AT&T Park, his first performance in San Francisco since 1966. Dwayne, you remember that, right? Well, the grounds crew here with the Giants worked 3 solid days. They replaced more than 14,000 square feet of sod and basically rebuilt the field. And last night they got a stamp of approval from Bruce Bochy, who checked out the field conditions and said they did a great job. Greg Elliott, the head grounds crew keeper here, said those brown spots will green up by Sunday. Gentlemen?
All right. Thanks, Amy. The first pitch to Buster Posey is high. Or was that the second pitch? I don't know. I'm having too much fun. I'm anticipating a visit from Ray Ratto, and I'm missing pitches left and right. Posey lines it to right, and he's got a hit.
Shocking. Here's our Ford right choice. It's all 6 taters that Buster Posey had on the road. A few of them were Oppo Taco the other way, and this guy is just absolutely on fire. You saw what he just did with the single, but if you make a mistake out over the plate, he'll let it get deep, and he'll shoot you out of the yard the other way.
What a trip. So he's at first. Buster Posey fan keeping score, and Travis Ishikawa takes a pitch at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. In the Top of the third inning, we will have Ray Ratto. Ishikawa, bouncer to third. Right is going to have to go the long way, and Davis picks it out. Nice play. And Posey down in scoring position. The Ultra Mo, check out the swing of Buster Posey.
Check out the head of Buster Posey. Look how still it is. That's why this guy's able to decipher between ball and strike and always swinging at good pitches. He's got the nice slow leg kick. He starts his swing nice and early, and his head is absolutely frozen. Hard to believe he's 23 years old.
Here's Juan Uribe. Uribe takes the first pitch down low with Pablo Sandoval to follow. And a strike. Came back with a fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. The thing with Dickey is what he's shown is when he does throw the fastball, he does not miss with it. 1 and 2, and that was a knuckleball that was hittable, and Uribe missed it. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And the one thing you don't want to do if you're a Giants hitter tonight is be in between, where you're sitting on a knuckleball, then you swing at a fastball, or vice versa. Pick one, stick with it, and make it be up in the strike zone.
All right, this is going to help the Giants. A free 90 feet as Posey moves to third. And now Uribe can put the ball in play and maybe knock in a run.
Well, Josh Toll having a tough time back there early on. I wonder if maybe it's the lights haven't taken effect, and you never know with the wind currents in a knuckleball what it's going to do to the pitch. That ball broke off a table, and you wonder why Doug Marabelli caught Tim Wakefield for so long in Boston. It was because he could. If you ask any catcher, they don't like catching these guys.
On the ground, Davis will freeze Posey, and Uribe is retired. And that'll leave it up to Pablo Sandoval. So Sandoval, a much anticipated second half. First half, 263, 6 home runs, 34 RBIs. Maybe okay numbers, but when you had the year that Sandoval had last year, that first half disappointing. Down low. Nice play by Toll to knock it down.
Well, the way I look at it, if you're a guy that can hit, and Pablo Sandoval's definitely that. If you've struggled in the first half, you've got a lot of hits coming. You're going to have the best second half ever. You're going to have a lot of nights where you're happy in that clubhouse after the game with a couple of knocks.
Swing, going to miss at a high knuckleball. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 2 on the foul ball out of play. Rowan, Sanchez, Huff, and Uribe, the only hitters in this Giants lineup that have ever faced Dickey before. 1 and 2 to the Panda. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Drive to right. This baby is off the bricks. Sandoval digging. Sandoval will put on the brakes. And the Giants lead 1-0. And that's how Sandoval starts the second half of the season.
Here's our Dodge Ram drive of the game, and it's Pablo Sandoval. Got a fastball up. I said, don't get caught in between. Either sit on a fastball or sit on a knuckleball. Pablo Sandoval obviously looking for the heater. He got on top of it and hit it off the wall. When he got to second base, you saw a lot of emotion right there. One happy panda at second base, and I think that's a good sign for Giants fans in the second half of the season. Pablo Sandoval with an RBI double to start it off.
They're going to walk Nate Sherholtz intentionally, and Lincecum's going to hit. Giants on the board.
You can see Pablo Sandoval when he was on second base. He was saying, "Vamos, vamos." That means let's go, let's go. He was fired up. And you talk about the All-Star break and maybe just having 3 days off and getting away from the game and relaxing, a mental break, more so than a physical break. And you couldn't ask for a better start to the second half. Hopefully that's a sign of good things to come for Panda and the Giants.
Lincecum 4 for 39 on the season. And he will take that knuckleball inside. 1 ball and no strikes.
If you're Tim Lincecum right here, obviously you want to drive in a run. You're thinking about getting a base hit. But if I'm him, I'm taking 2 strikes. I'm making R.A. Dickey throw me strikes.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Or let him loose on the first strike and see. That was a good swing.
This is a good speed for pitchers to hit. Even though the ball isn't exactly straight. And there's the fastball, and it's 1-2.
A little tardy on that one. He got caught in between, maybe thinking that was a knuckleball out of the hand of R.A. Dickey. By the time you start your swing, you realize it's a fastball and it's too late.
On the ground to short, where Tejada will go the long way, and that'll end the inning. Giants pick up a run on 2 hits after 2. 1-0 San Francisco. FP and I decided we'd go with the Ray Ratto sweaters as he joins us here. It's good to see you, and you are the man. So
I did not realize what a complete prat I looked like until just now.
Oh, actually, you might have outsweated us tonight.
Well, top of the hamper. That's my way of living.
It's a good look for you, Ray.
Yeah. It covers more of me, so that's an advantage in and of itself.
Ruben Tejada will lead things off for the New York Mets with the Giants leading 1-0. As Tejada takes a strike. All right, well, let's get down to the deal while you're here. It was announced, and I'm not sure, was it today or yesterday, that Ray Ratto is now, as Tejada takes a pitch outside, it is joined at CSNBayarea.com Senior Insider. That's good, right?
That means I'm near death. That's what it implies.
A columnist for CSNBayarea.com.
Yeah.
As that's Off of Lincecum, Sanchez, and the throw is offline. So Tejada is aboard. It'll be a base hit. So you're going to be wearing lots of hats. You'll be on Sportsnet Central, Chronicle Live, Pregame Live. You'll be doing everything, basically.
I think people will be sick of me at a breakneck pace.
But the bottom line is you're going to write, and that's important.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do.
That's what I do.
And we've enjoyed you writing since
Tuesday.
My notes says 1973. I mean, I wasn't even born then, for crying out loud.
I think that was the year you had your 27 homer season, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Good one, Ray. Here's R.A. Dickey. By the way, was that a base hit?
That was.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to wear a couple of hats here. It's not working.
And a sweater.
And the sweater. And also, I look at this note. You can follow Ray on Twitter at Ratto CSN.
I haven't Twittered yet, so don't be in a hurry to do that.
I don't.
They're going to train me on it. I'm trying to get used to writing in ransom
There's
notes.
a list of people in this world that I can see as Twitter guys. You're not on the list.
No.
But you're going to learn how to do it.
I am. I'm going to learn how to do it. I'm going to do it poorly. And I'm going to do it poorly as often as they tell me to.
No. You'll be good at it.
Yeah, your tweets will be hilarious, right?
Oh, yeah. Thigh-slapping, commode-hugging, good times every day.
Ishikawa is going to catch it. Maybe a little too close to the foul line to let it drop, but at least Ishikawa thought about it.
A smart play, too. It was so high he had time to take his eye off the ball and look at the runner, R.A. Dickey, to see if he was actually running. And like you said, Dwayne, that's a great point. If you let that ball drop by the line, it kicks foul, you're giving it out away.
Right, here's Angel Pagan. All right, Ray, here's the question. All those years at the Chronicle, a lot of people, I mean, that's what they remember, Ray Ratto. So why this?
Well, I think a lot of people got remembered at the Chronicle. I mean, it's a very talented staff. Why this? A, because they asked. B, because it sounded like a great challenge to take on in my twilight years.
Right.
And because at this point, something new on, that's a well-bankrolled startup, basically, is very invigorating. I mean, you go into the office every day and you see a bunch of young, energetic people who want to do great work every day, and they run into walls, they pick up themselves, they run into another wall. It's hard to find places where that happens all the time. And it just, the adrenaline alone is a great kick.
1-0 to Pagan, and this is driven to left. Aubrey Huff is standing right there, and moving to his right, he'll make the play. 2 outs. Well, that's a good point. I mean, Al Rosen told us a long time ago, he said the key to staying young is to work with young people. And in this game, that's what you get to do. You get to work with young people. So I applaud you for that. And CSNBayArea.com is better for this, because as hard as it is for me to say this, you're really talented.
Your insincerity moves us all, I think.
Well, I've told you before, my favorite Chronicle, very small little note article of all time is when it says, Ray Ratto is on vacation. And I love that. And I cut
it was
out.
Also, as time went on, it was also my favorite line.
I cut it out, and I kept it. And every once in a while, when you needed to be put in your place, which is generally every time I see you,
yeah,
you kind of break that out.
Absolutely.
0-1 to Alex Cora. Tejada at first base. 2 outs. We're visiting with the newest Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area employee, Ray Ratto. So, when will you write next, or have you?
I'll have something for tomorrow. I think the plan is for me to write 5 times a week, and then the occasional, God help us, Twitter, very occasional TV here and there, because after all, little of me goes a very long way.
I mean, I think you've done a great job on Chronicle Live. Your insight is different than everybody else's, which is what we like.
That's a fancy way of saying wrong.
No, that's not true. So there it is, CSN Insiders.
No, it's, like I said, there are good people there, there's smart people there, and I'm thrilled to be there. And by the way, every viewer here is very upset that this wasn't a 3-pitch inning.
No, that's not true. That's line foul down the right field line.
I don't know what the big deal is. I thought you hosted Chronicle Live already.
Yeah, you've done that before, right?
No, I have not.
You have not.
No, they don't let me play with the damp dynamite there. They'll bring in a rail yard hobo before they let me do that.
I don't know. You might find out that Greg Pacpa's going to be stuck in traffic, and you're going to be hosting Chronicle Live.
Yeah, because that excuse will sell well over there.
Slowly hit to Sanchez. Sanchez will underhand it to Ishikawa, and that will end the inning. Ray Ratto is going to join us for another half inning. This is very exciting, folks. 1-0 Giants. One stands in to start the bottom of the third inning as that's bounce foul. Dwayne Kuiper, FP Santangelo, and Ray Ratto joins us here in our booth. Ray, now a member of the CSN Bay Area.com. Something will be in there tomorrow as Rowan fouls it out of play. Nothing in two. Not just baseball, right? Everything.
Everything.
I mean, baseball season.
My knowledge is a mile wide, an inch deep, and I plan to show it as often as they tell me to.
The Warriors have new owners. You could be writing about that tomorrow.
Oh, I wrote about that yesterday and today. I mean, that's one of the great stories this town's seen a lot.
Off Dickey, right, not throwing, and Rowan with a base hit. I mean, I guess you could say the one thing about Bay Area sports is it's never boring.
No, there's too much stuff going on with too many weird personalities. This is about as easy as money gets. And these last 2 days have just proven it because, well, I mean, I don't know how to encapsulate it briefly. I mean, without cutting into it at least an at-bat and a half. And I don't know that anybody wants that.
Well, here's Sanchez. Rowan goes. It's a hit and run, and it's flipped foul down the right field line. Well, in your best, now that Sanchez fouls the ball off, go.
Well, Chris Cohan sold a team for less than he could have gotten because he didn't want to sell to Larry Ellison, who's the 6th richest man in the world. I mean, there are not a lot of people who get to go to bed at night saying that they hosed a guy who's got $30 billion. It usually works the other way around.
No balls in one strike to Sanchez. So might that be in your story tomorrow? A little bit of it?
It was mentioned today. Okay. Matt Steinmetz did a great job on that, and I just basically dovetailed off a lot of his work. And
Sanchez shoots this one. Well, how about the National League? They win the All-Star game. That's very unusual.
That is unusual. And I loved the way that people immediately started complaining that the game wasn't interesting and there weren't enough stars. and then proceeded to announce that, see, that's why the ratings were so low.
Well,
I mean, look, if you don't want to watch the game, don't watch the game. You know, nobody's putting a gun to your head saying you have to watch the baseball game. You know, if you want to watch it, enjoy it.
Well, the thing that I was most surprised about, I've not seen a lot of this in All-Star games, the second guessing of managers into some of their strategy. Usually it's whatever, they just report the game, but a lot of different stories about Charlie Manuel should have done this, and Joe Girardi was asleep at the wheel, and so I think that's a little bit unusual, and maybe now because of the importance of the game, we're seeing more of that. Flipped out to right, and are they going to double up Rowan? No, as the throw is offline. But Sanchez lines out to right.
Yeah, I mean, the only other time that I can remember an All-Star game getting as much of that as there was the year it ended in the tie, because both managers went through their rosters and as quickly as possible. I mean, they thought it was slow pitch softball, and then there's Bud Selig, you know, who everybody gets to take their swings at all the time, but this time he got handed sort of this, you know, this bag of flaming coal and said, well, here, fix this. And, you know, but that was the only other time I remember the second guessing as bad as it was the other night.
Here's Aubrey Huff. Slowly hit, charging Davis. He will flip to the second baseman Cora covering. It'll be 3-4 in the putout. And now Buster Posey is going to hit with Rowan at second base. Yeah, what about this kid? Good story?
Maybe a little. You know, it'll be interesting to see where he winds up in the Rookie of the Year voting, because I think so many people make up their minds early, and, you know, between Hayward and Strasburg, there may not be room for him to get as many votes as he ought to, but, you know, he's putting himself in the conversation after having spotted the rest of the field a month and a half.
Very true. And I mean, we've said this a number of times. You've got a 23-year-old catcher hitting cleanup as this is bounced sharply to Tejada, and that'll end the inning. Great, thanks.
Not at all. Thank you, guys.
And you were terrific, and CSNBayArea.com is much better.
Now go burn those sweaters.
I think. Mets come out early for a special pregame ceremony as we send John Miller, our Hall of Fame award-winning broadcaster, off to Cooperstown to receive the 2010 Ford C. Frick Award. Stick around, post-game fireworks show. Purchase tickets, go to sfgiants.com. Here's David Wright, who takes a fastball high. Wright hit one very hard and very deep to center field that was tracked down by Aaron Rowan in the first inning. 1-0 Giants. On the ground to short. Uribe on the backhand, and Wright's retired 6-3. I'd like to thank Ray Ratto for stopping by, and in all seriousness, this is a very good thing for CSNBayArea.com. He can write.
A great guy, too.
We've actually engaged over the years in a few conversations in disagreement over some of the things he's written, but always managed to enjoy Ray Ratto very much. Beltrán takes a strike. He flied out to Aaron Rowan in the first inning. Top of the fourth here at AT&T Park. Glad you joined us. A bullet on the ground and into right field. A one-out single for Beltrán. All right, let's check out our AT&T trivia question. Tim Lincecum has made the last 3 All-Star games, named the last Giants starting pitcher to make 4 straight. Here's Ike Davis. Ike Davis hit a fly ball to center field. Both teams now with 3 hits. Big swing and a miss by Davis, who hurt the Giants at Citi Field with a couple of home runs.
A couple of great plays at first base, too. It'll be interesting to see if Carlos Beltrán wants to test that knee out right now. See how healthy that thing is.
Wide with a changeup to even the count. Ultramo, the Lincecum motion.
Look how long his stride is. Look at the ball behind his back. Did you see how far he wraps that baseball? You talk about trying to get all his mechanics straight. He's got so much stuff going on. And a lot of times you've seen over the past where he just scraps the windup and goes straight to the stretch. It's because he's got so many parts that have to be absolutely perfect to get his release point to where it needs to be. And with that super slow motion, you could break it down. I had no idea he wrapped the baseball that far back behind his back.
Beltrán goes, swing and a miss. Posey's throw on the money. Got him. He has got a cannon.
Well, that was one of the keys to tonight's game, controlling the running game of the New York Mets, who lead the National League with 84 stolen bases. And I think Bruce Bochy and the rest of the San Francisco Giants just saw that maybe you don't have to throw over so much or step off so much when you got a cannon like that behind the plate. Great throw, Buster Posey. Unbelievable.
Plus, he came out of there like a cat. 2-2 to Davis. Driven to Huff. Side retired. Bottom of the fourth, it'll be Ishikawa, Uribe, and Sandoval.
retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LP.
All right, it's time to ask and answer our AT&T trivia question. Tim Lincecum has made the last 3 All-Star games, named the last Giant starting pitcher to make 4 straight. Of course, Juan Marichal. Number 27, a retired number, up on the board down the left field line as Ishikawa takes a strike. 1-0 Giants on the Sandoval RBI double. Ishikawa, Uribe, Sandoval here in the 4th. Ishikawa pops this one up behind home plate. Coming back is Toll, and it's just out of play. Another foot, and maybe it's playable. And for Ishikawa, he falls behind, 0-2. A cool night here at 3rd and King. Game 1 of this homestand. This is only a 4-game homestand. Ishikawa strikes out on a knuckleball. And let's check in with Amy G.
Hey, Dwayne, as you mentioned earlier in the game with FP, the National League won the All-Star game this year. Now, they hadn't won an All-Star game since 1996. Of course, that ensures them home field advantage for the World Series. I spoke with Bruce Bochy about what that means. What is the significance of home field advantage? And he said it's huge when you have fan support and the confidence of playing in your own park. Bruce also told me that he was a coach on the 1997 All-Star team that began a 14-year losing streak for the National League, but now that he was on the team in 2010 that won and snapped the streak, he's been redeemed, guys.
High and deep into left center field, Jason Bay is going to make the catch after struggling the entire way to put it away. And Uribe is retired.
I don't know if it was the wind and the different currents. That ball was hit so high, it was hit above the stadium. A lot of times as an outfielder, you look at the flags, you pick up some grass and throw it up in the air. You'll try to find out which way the wind is blowing. But for Jason Bay right there, he struggled the whole time with that baseball. I don't know if it's the time of day when the lights haven't taken effect either. But that was a very odd route to that baseball.
Now he took a peek to see if Beltrán was going to make the catch. The overshift for Sandoval as he takes a strike. Sandoval doubled off the bricks. Here's the peak.
Yeah, probably the last thing he wants to do is run into Carlos Beltrán on his first day back at work.
Line to left, and Bay will put it away to end the inning. A couple of balls hit hard, through 4, 1-0 Giants.
Lincecum bobblehead night at AT&T Park. The first 20,000 fans will receive a Tim Lincecum 2-time Cy Young Award winner bobblehead presented by PG&E. To purchase tickets, visit sfgiants.com. Imagine there'd be a line around the corner for that one.
Get here early. Here's Jason Bay. Bay takes one wide of the plate. He struck out in the second inning. Lincecum has 2 strikeouts. He hasn't walked anybody. Pops this one foul. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Got a nice rhythm going out there, nice tempo. Mechanics look good out of the windup. He's established fastball command. His changeup is outstanding tonight. This is the guy we saw last start in Milwaukee.
Pitch is in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. Mets finish the first half with a win. 3-1 to Jason Bay. But they really ended up losing 3 of their last 4. And Bay takes ball 4, so a leadoff walk. Giants Base was brought to you by Supercuts. Save money without looking like it. Here's Josh Toll. Toll right back up the middle, and it really knocked Lincecum right off the mound. And the first 2 hitters are aboard here in the 5th inning, and now this becomes a stressful inning for Lincecum.
It's a line drive right back where it came from. That ball entered at 91 and came back at about 100 miles an hour. That might have skipped right off his back. We got the Exmo replay. Probably a little more clear view of it. Look out.
Just winged him a little bit in the back. But now you've got Ruben Tejada with Bay at second and Toll at first. R.A. Dickey is on deck.
Well, this will be interesting to see what the Mets do right here. Jerry Manuel wants to bunt with the pitcher on deck. R.A. Dickey's a good hitter. He came into the game hitting .313, so I guess you could take a shot in a 1-run baseball game off Tim Lincecum and lay down a bunt right here.
First pitch fastball down low, 1 ball and no strikes.
I don't know if I would be that crazy pumped up if I was an 8-hole hitter and I had to bunt 2 guys over for the pitcher.
Nope. Tejada singled in the first inning, ended up with an infield hit. He hit one back up the middle that Lincecum slowed down. Two balls and 1 strike. The importance of getting this guy out is huge.
It is. Freddie Sanchez doing a good job of keeping Jason Bay close at second base. Not necessarily wanting to steal third with nobody out, but Jason Bay, you can't fall asleep on him. He has 10 stolen bases. Keep him close at second. Worry about the hitter.
Sherholtz will catch. We'll see if Bay is going to tag. And here's the long throw, and it's offline, so Bay will move on to third. Real productive out for Tejada.
Tune into the NBC Bay Area Morning News team for early news, traffic, and weather updates. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. right when I'm getting in.
So the hitter will be R.A. Dickey. Chip Hale in a conversation with Dickey, and now in a conversation with the runner at third, Bay. And that has prompted Buster Posey to have a chat with Tim Lincecum.
Well, this is all about the squeeze.
Indeed it is.
I don't think you squeeze in this situation. The squeeze works when you're up by 2 or 3 runs. You got a hitter up there. Maybe people fall asleep at the wheel and you can get away with it. But in a 1-run game in the 5th inning, the pitcher hitting, I'd be shocked to see these guys do it. But you have guys in the Giants dugout. They're looking at Dave Joust, the third base coach for the Mets. Or Chip Hale, excuse me, the third base coach for the Mets.
And this is a sacrifice. It is not a squeeze, and it's rolled foul, and it's 0-1.
Every coach in that Giants dugout is watching Chip Hale right now. And there's one coach that's watching R.A. Dickey for an answer to the squeeze. And then if you're Pablo Sandoval, Matt Williams used to do it all the time. He just walked right over to the coach and the runner and listen in on the conversation.
Yes, he did. And the bunt. And Ishikawa will get the out at first. A good bunt by Dickey. And now Angel Pagan will hit with runners at second and third.
A couple of good at-bats by the Mets in a row. Ruben Tejada with the deep fly ball to right field, moving Bay over to third, and then R.A. Dickey with a good bunt. Now you got 2 runners in scoring position, and Tim Lincecum can decide whether he wants Pagan or Cora. First base is open. He doesn't have to give in right here. He can fool around a little bit with Pagan, maybe go after Cora, who's hitting 222.
First pitch changeup, no balls and 1 strike.
And that's what you do if you're Tim Lincecum right now. You approach this at-bat against Pagan like it's an 0-2 count. If he wants to swing and he wants to go ahead and dictate that it's going to be an aggressive at-bat, well, I'll keep throwing you changeups and curves and stuff in the dirt. You want to swing, go ahead. A lot of times guys won't let you pitch around them. But then you get strike 1, and there's a lot of things you can do right here.
And now it's 0-2 on a really good planted fastball on the inside corner.
And that's been one of Lincecum's weaknesses this year, throwing fastballs into lefties. He has that wind up and that motion where he peels off and kind of falls over to the first base side, and it's hard for him to pitch to that side of the plate. That was a great fastball by Lincecum.
Nate Scherholtz says, I got it. And he does. And the Mets strand a pair here in the 5th. Scherholtz, Lincecum, Rowan coming up. At csnbay.com and ask a question. Joel from Tucson. Do you like the All-Star game determining who will have home field advantage in the World Series?
No. How about the team with the best record?
Well, if Albert Pujols plays 9 innings then I like the format of having a winner determine home field advantage. But if he's out in the third or fourth inning, then I don't like it at all.
Or if, say, maybe one of the best players in the league and A-Rod actually plays in the game.
Yeah, A-Rod, at least, who wasn't voted in the starting lineup, at least should get in the game at some point. So I think it needs to be tweaked a little bit. I know one thing, the home run derby's got to be tweaked a lot or nobody's going to watch.
Too long. 26 rounds. Last man standing. Last guy that can swing a bat.
They need to look at the leaders in home runs. Sherholtz skies one out to right field. It'll be Pagan putting it away.
Giants baseball is brought to you by Salt Theaters, July 23rd.
Here's Lincecum with one out. Lincecum bounced out in the second. Home run leaders in the National League. Joey Votto, he wasn't in it. Adam Dunn, he wasn't in it. There's Lincecum down the left field line. This could be trouble. Bay over, and he'll make the running catch. Nice play.
You called it kite in the first inning. You said this is a good speed for Lincecum to hit. Nice piece of hitting right there going the other way, but Jason Bay all over that. A lot of times is the opposite field outfielder with the pitcher hitting you cheat in, and that kind of limits your range. You're not as deep as you're used to being, and he was playing tight right there. Good play as the ball was approaching fast.
Here's Rowan. Other home run leaders in the National League. Albert Pujols, he wasn't in it. Mark Reynolds, he wasn't in it. Prince Fielder, he wasn't in it. Adrian Gonzalez, he wasn't in it.
It's like the dunk contest in the NBA now.
Well, I just bring in some guys that aren't on the actual All-Star team to participate. Let Reynolds and Adam Dunn be in it.
That or have all the National League pitchers have a bunt contest.
That's true. The 1-1 to Rowan. Rowan tops it to third. Right has it. And that will end the inning. So a nice inning for R.A. Dickey. Through 5, 1-0 Giants.
And we go back to the fourth inning. Buster Posey throwing out Carlos Beltrán. Look at the footwork there by Posey, getting rid of it. That pitch came in at 91. It went out at 94 to second base. Coors Light Freeze Can brought to you by Frostburg Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. You call him Buster Hosey after that throw, because that was an absolute hose.
Here's Alex Cora, 1-0 Giants. Cora bluffing a bunt, but taking all the way. Takes high. 1 ball and no strikes. Cora, right, Beltrán. One ball and 1 strike.
And the big thing about that throw with Buster Posey is everybody in the Mets dugout saw that. You got a 4-game series, and he established right away that he's got a cannon back there.
Good changeup, 1-2.
And when you have a team coming in that has 84 stolen bases, and the Giants pitchers have not been great at holding runners on all season long, and Jerry Manuel saw that, the whole team saw that, Carlos Beltrán felt that. And one throw like that can shut down a running game for 4 days.
On the ground, foul. Dodger scouts are here. Giants play the Dodgers in the next series. Arizona's got a scout here. They saw it.
I mean, that one throw by Posey was worth about 50 throw overs from the pitcher. Bruce Bochy tries to control the running game every night. He steps off. He's looking at the runner to see if maybe he's tipping it off that he's going. You throw over, you pitch out. But that one throw took care of all that stuff. You got a guy back there with a cannon like that. Completely shuts it down.
Look out. It almost got Rusty, our cameraman, and it may have winged Ron Wotus. And then it could have, on the carom, got somebody. Is it Wotus?
Yeah, he doesn't look too happy.
Either Rusty or Wotus are severe ugly finders. Man. Got him, and Cora knew it. Giants Baseball is brought to you by the Solar Company. Call 877-60-SOLAR for 0 down, 0 payments for 12 months as a qualified buyer, or ask about their 0 down lease option. Offer expires July 31st. All right. Do our fans get it or what? Huh?
He needs to wear that to Momo's after the game.
Here's David Wright. Wright fouls it out of play. That's awesome.
Does he got double gloves on too?
Yeah, he's an ugly finder. Come on. If you can get a date with that ugly finder thing on, then you got some magic. Oh, and 2 to David Wright. Oh, and 3 to David Wright.
Well, Alex Cora, that bat before that, was obviously looking for something else. He took a fastball right down the middle, but that was a buckler to David Wright. Talk about the sequence right there. He couldn't have set that pitch up better. And Tim Lincecum's got all 3 in the strike zone right now. Fastball curve change, he's got it going on.
Beltrán has flied out and he's singled. And he takes. Didn't look like a changeup. Didn't look like a curveball. He's making up pitches, folks. It's no balls and 1 strike. Tap back to Lincecum. And a 1-2-3. 6th inning, the best inning for Lincecum.
To find your local farmer's agent, call 800-FARMERS today. By Xfinity, the next generation in home entertainment. Now available in the Bay Area and coming soon to the Central Valley. And by Verizon. Own the airwaves. The signal is yours. Verizon. Rule the air.
All right, here's our McDonald's game summary. It's a 1-0 ball game. Giants on top. Dickey's been very good. Mets have left 4 on base, 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Posey's got a single. Sandoval's got the RBI and a double. Lincecum, 6 innings, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. And Sanchez fouls this one at home plate, and it's 0-1. That was our McDonald's game summary. Sanchez 0 for 2, a strikeout, and a line drive to right field. Dickey's issued 1 walk. That was an intentional walk to Nate Sherholtz in the second. Sanchez on the ground towards the hole. Tejada with a nice pick and throw, and Sanchez is retired. And let's go to Amy G.
Well, Dwayne, if anybody watched the All-Star game, then they saw Brian Wilson's shoes. You couldn't miss them. They were neon orange. I talked to Tim Lincecum, the other All-Star representative for the Giants, and Bruce Bochy, who was a coach for the All-Star game this year. Got their reaction. Tim said they were loud and confusing. Bruce Bochy said nothing surprises him about Brian Wilson anymore, and he was certainly the talk of the dugout. The guys couldn't wait to see him walk out onto the field, and of course, they liked to see him walk back into the dugout, too, after that inning. Guys?
Well, a 1-2-3 inning, that was a shocker. In those shoes, that was a shocker. Huff swings and misses, nothing in 2. But the shoes, I think it's become an all-star tradition where players will wear shoes that they might not normally wear. As Huff bounces it, and a beauty. And how about this for a base hit? That's sweet hitting.
I have no idea why teams shift on Aubrey Huff. They did it on Pablo Sandoval early in the game. If you've watched the Giants this season, these guys go the other way, and especially off a knuckleball guy, you don't know which way the knuckleball is going to dart or dash in the last second. So for Jerry Manuel right there to throw on a shift, and it always boggles my mind. I know you get a lot of feedback, you got a lot of computer readouts, you got spray charts everywhere, but when you play a team 3 times or 4 times all year and then you're going to do this massive shift, yeah, it was okay for Bonds. But when you start doing it with guys like Aubrey Huff and Pablo Sandoval, to me that's overcoaching.
Here's Posey. Posey singled and scored in the second and bounced out to short in the third. 2 balls and no strikes.
And if you're a hitter up there, yeah, I'm a pool guy and I'm looking to go deep, and Aubrey Huff has 17 taters this year already. But you also want hits. I mean, that's the name of the game when you're up there, is get a base hit. And if you're going to give me a hit going the other way, now, I don't know if he tried to do that, but take that every single time.
There's a strike. Well, I asked Aubrey Huff about it. He said, I am surprised when teams do it. And he said, I was shocked the most when Tampa Bay did it, a team that I played on for all those years. And he said, a team that knows me better than anybody. 3-1. I said, are you that kind of hitter? He said, team should not do the shift on me.
That's where you get guys on the computers too much in the clubhouse. Watch the game. Trust your eyes.
3-1 to Posey. Huff goes, swinging a shot, and it's past David Wright, and Huff is going to go to third. Here's the throw, and now he's out as he went over the bag. David Wright kept the tag on Aubrey Huff, and Huff is tagged out. Posey with a single.
I like the action by Bruce Bochy, starting the runner right here. And shocker that Buster Posey got a hit. And I like Aubrey Huff being aggressive. That's okay. You got a 1-run baseball game. You're trying to make something happen. And Aubrey Huff has enough speed to go right in front of Jason Bay. He got a good jump on the steal. He doesn't hesitate coming around second base. The play's right in front of him. That is all the way up to him. That is not on Tim Flannery in any way, shape, or form. And I think he was there.
Well, he had made it. There's no doubt about that. As Ishikawa pops it foul down the third base line and out of play.
And you got a big head of steam like that going. Sometimes it's tough to slow down. If you don't hook the bag just right with your feet, and as you go by it, you don't grab it with your hands, you can fly right past that thing. That's an aggressive mistake. Not even a mistake by Aubrey Huff. That's good base run. You just want to pass the bag. Nothing you can do about that.
0-2 to Ishikawa. Two outs, Posey at first, his second hit of the game. And that's not close. 1-2. David Wright way off the line at third. Tejada shading Ishikawa very much so to pull. Under the glove of Dickey, and making the play is Tejada, and that'll end the inning. Seventh inning coming up. It remains 1-0 Giants.
Firefighter community, that's a cool thing. A limited edition Firefighter Lucille collectible bobblehead. Get yours today by calling 415-972-2298 or visit sfgiants.com/special events.
A lot of things going on tomorrow night. John Miller will be honored before the game. Get here early. Here's Ike Davis. Swing and a miss. Davis trying to tie this game up. No balls and one strike. Couple of fly balls off the bat of Ike Davis. Breaking ball, 0-2.
I think a lot of times in the first half of the season, Tim Lincecum became predictable. You knew when the changeup was coming. He got into patterns where he'd throw a lot with 2 strikes, maybe in 3-2 counts. You're seeing Lincecum tonight. Number one, he's got a great tempo going. He's got great command of all of his pitches, but he's throwing changeups and curveballs and stuff early in the count, the off-speed stuff early in the count.
Strikeout number 5. As Davis goes down.
And it just seems like he's keeping the Mets hitters off balance all night long. Whatever they're looking for, they're not getting. You saw Alex Cora strike out on a fastball right down the middle. You're seeing the changeup right there. Look at the torque in that arm and the release point. He's getting on top of that baseball, getting it downward tilt, and that's why you're seeing the bite on the changeup tonight.
Jason Bay doesn't waste any time. Is kind of a hanging breaking ball, and he's aboard on one pitch. And that'll bring up Josh Toll. Toll's the one that knocked Lincecum off the mound. He actually hit a line drive and grazed the back of number 55. So Toll at the plate with Bay at first.
This could be a chess match right here. 1-run game, 7th inning. You got Bay with 10 stolen bases on first base.
On the ground could be a pair. 4, 6, 3, side retired. For the Giants, Uribe, Sandoval, Sherholz coming up. A good old-fashioned pitcher's duel. A 1-0 lead for the Giants. And it'll be Juan Uribe to lead things off. Uribe, followed by Sandoval, and then Sherholz. Lincecum gets the double play ball in a quick 7th inning. So here's Juan Uribe. 0 for 2, hit a ball to deep left field in the 4th inning. Tracked down by Jason Bay in front of 382. And he takes the first pitch for a ball. And there's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Both teams with 5 hits. In tight, 2 balls and a strike.
Dickey better be careful. He's flirting with that knuckleball up in Juan Uribe's eyes. He just missed that last one. He flew out to Jason Bay in left field.
Fouls this one back. You've got a fastball that's 2-2. Sandoval and then Sherholz. We are in the 7th. And that pop-up is straight back and out of play. Jerry Manuel, very fine manager for these New York Mets, watches this 2-2 pitch, and Uribe got a good pitch to hit, and he fouls it back.
And the pitch before that was a knuckleball that last second ran into Juan Uribe's hands. That was a fastball right out over the plate. And Dickey better be careful. I mean, this is a matchup that favors Juan Uribe. He likes that ball up in his eyes, and he's swinging hard. He's not letting anything out of the swing with 2 strikes.
Drives this one down the right field line. That is going to drift out of play.
Tune into the NBC Bay Area Morning News Team for early news, traffic, and weather updates. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Off the end of the bat, out to right field, and Pagan will backpedal and put it away. It goes off the end of the bat, although it did travel quite far. Didn't sound right, and here's the Panda.
I think it was off the end of the bat. Look at the flags in right field. It's gusting out to right. Usually this time of night it's blowing across from right to left, but tonight the flags are stiff out to the cove, and you look at the swing right here. He did get it right off the end of the bat. So if I'm Pablo Sandoval and I'm sitting on deck and I see that he didn't make the best contact in the world and that ball went to the track, I'm trying to lift something to right field.
Sandoval takes the pitch high. He's had 2 good at bats. One knocked in a run with a double, and the other was a line drive to Jason Bay in the 4th. Off the plate, 2 balls and no strikes. No overshift this time for Sandoval. Foul back, 2 balls and 1 strike.
And these are the counts that Pablo Sandoval needs to get into consistently in the second half of the season. A lot of times you'll see the Panda go up there and it's kind of in take mode. He's automatically taking a strike. In those first two pitches, he was swinging all the way. He just saw him big. He's seeing the ball big out of R.A. Dickey's hands tonight.
2-2. Well, that fan leaned over and he made a nice catch. Be careful, though.
Yeah.
Just stay in that section. Don't be bouncing around.
That was my first thought. I think in Texas last week, somebody fell out of the upper deck. There's no foul ball in the world worth getting injured for.
2-2. Foul back again.
Having some good hacks up there, seeing the ball well. He looks a little more relaxed tonight. A first inning hit will do that for you. He kind of loosens things up. He hit that ball off the wall. Looks very confident up there. Got a nice slow leg kick.
And he stays alive.
A lot of times I think when Pablo gets into trouble, you'll see his leg kick. It'll be short and quick. And his head will move into the strike zone. His head's always going to move. He has a violent swing to where he's going to be all over the place. But when he's locked in, especially from the left side of the plate, he's got a nice slow leg kick, kind of like we showed Buster Posey earlier. He's got a nice slow leg kick. His head stays still, and he stays behind the baseball. A lot of people saying Pablo Sandoval needs to take more pitches. I don't think that's the case. He just needs to look into his zone and go up there and stay aggressive, but aggressive with a game plan.
And he got him on a good knuckleball. 2 outs for Nate Sherholtz.
Yeah, this is the nasty knuckleball with 2 strikes. He's got one that just kind of floats in there, and then I've seen the 2-strike one. He throws it a little bit harder, and it breaks away from a lefty and into a right-hander. It was the one that tied up Juan Uribe a minute ago, and that one for Pablo Sandoval just darted down and away.
Sherholtz was walked intentionally in the 2nd, and he flied out in the 5th. And here he takes a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Lincecum to follow. 95 pitches for R.A. Dickey. I don't believe that pitch count is a problem with a knuckleball. Out to Beltrán, and a 1-2-3 inning for R.A. Dickey. Here comes the 8th inning, 1-0 Giants.
sportsbook.com.
1-0 Giants as Tejada takes the strike. Here's a good look at the shirt. What do you think, huh? Looking pretty good.
I like it.
So that'll be handed out Sunday. Zito, Kane. Oh, I see. Wilson's in there. Sanchez. Tejada takes a strike, 1-2. Hey, everybody loves T-shirts. You got to have another T-shirt. Sunday is a good day to come on out. The forecast, they're talking about 85-degree temperature on Sunday. Tejada right back to Lincecum, who spears it, and Tejada's retired. Bloomberg Sports, a leader in data analysis, has developed an analytical product being used by baseball clubs. There's also a product for fans. Improve your fantasy play or track your favorite players and teams. Go to BloombergSports.com for details. Chris Carter is going to pinch hit. Carter, first pitch swinging, looked like he was going for the fences. And it's no balls and 1 strike. Carter is 5 for 23 as a pinch hitter with 3 RBIs.
Local guy. De La Salle, Stanford.
Sanchez can't get it on the dive. And Carter's aboard on the 0-1 pitch. And now the hitter will be Angel Pagan.
I talked to Chris before the game. He said it's the first game he's played here at AT&T Park. He's watched about 1 million. Barry Bonds was his favorite player, so for him that's a big knock. Came back home facing the 2-time Cy Young Award winner. Gets himself a little pinch hit single.
Pagan is 0 for 3. This will be pitch number 87 coming up to Pagan. And he bluffs a bunt and he takes a pitch down low. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 Giants. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Lifted out into left field for Aubrey Huff. And Aubrey Huff with the catch. 2 outs. And here's Cora.
Check out the pitches by inning for Tim Lincecum. He's cruising. He had 75 after 6, 80 after 7. He's been attacking the strike zone all day. We said in the open he did that in Milwaukee. He was all over the strike zone, very aggressive. He's done just that tonight.
So here's Cora. Cora singled in the first, then he bounced out and he struck out. And he gets a fastball that he fouls straight back, and it's 0-1. Fewest games to 50 wins. 0-1 to Alex Cora. 0-2 to Alex Cora.
I mean, he's established the strike zone from the first inning. And what does that tell the Mets hitters? They have to be aggressive. You've seen the last couple innings, the game plan has shifted in the New York dugout. These guys are coming up for swinging at the first pitch. They know they don't want to get to 2 strikes because Lincecum has showed him he's got the great out pitches tonight.
Now back, he came with another fastball.
Buster Posey wanted this pitch up in the strike zone. Check out where he sets up.
And that's where he threw it. the high changeup as he fouls it out of play.
I mean, this is a huge out for Lincecum. He's got David Wright on deck, who's been one of the toughest outs in the National League. You got Alex Cora at the plate, who came into the game tonight hitting .222. You got an 0-2 count. You're way ahead. You have to resist the temptation to seal the deal right here. Maybe set up a pitch and go somewhere else after 2 strikes. And you definitely can't forget about Chris Carter at first base in a 1-run game.
Lincecum takes a little bit of a breather as he walks off the back of the mound. Posey keeps it close. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh, that's very important. Keep the tying run off of second base. It's a really good block right there by Posey.
A lot of times you'll see a catcher just get lazy with that, maybe try to backhand it, but you guys had a great shot at Buster Posey out early before the last game, before the All-Star break, blocking baseballs. That's just why a 1-run game in the 8th inning keeps the runner at first base.
Carter goes, swinging a foul at the plate. And Cora stays alive. So Carter was on the move. One ball and 2 strikes. Now timeout is called, and to be sure, Buster Posey is going to talk with Lincecum. And maybe Lincecum telling him, or Posey saying, this is why I want to call this pitch. And maybe he's got to sell it to Lincecum. But the bottom line is it's Lincecum's call.
And the bottom line is Lincecum has to feel comfortable with it. He has to be 100% behind the pitch. And maybe Buster said, see that guy on deck? He's pretty good. We got to take care of business right here.
One and 2. Popped him up. Maybe a tough play for somebody. Who's it going to be? It's going to be the Panda! And Aubrey jumps over him, and that'll end the inning. So, Pablo Sandoval, look out, here comes Aubrey Hub. That's what we're talking about.
of the baseball season, which means you at home get to analyze the heck out of the first half, and you can start with tonight's poll question. Check it out at csnbayarea.com. Which San Francisco Giant surprised you the most in the first half? Let us know what you think, and you can find out the results on Giants Postgame Live. Dwayne and FP.
All right, thanks, Amy. Here's Tim Lincecum facing Elmer Descends. And Descends throws a strike. So Dickey goes 7, a very effective 7. Lincecum on the ground, past the diving David Wright. Lincecum's going to be aboard to lead off the night, to lead off the 8th inning. So it Descends coming in, but it's time for a change. Think Speedy. Oil change and tune-up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
Elmer Descends got a fastball, 88 miles an hour. Fastball, slider, curve, change. He's all around the plate. You see his numbers right there. 2-1 with a 1.47. He's been one of the better guys out of the bullpen for these guys all season long. And how about Tim Lincecum tonight? Swinging the bat. He lined out to left field his last time. Got robbed of a hit by Jason Bay. Decided to go a little Ichiro action right there. And slice one between the bag and David Wright.
Here's Rowan. See what Rowan's going to do here. Swinging away, and he takes a pitch low and away for a ball, 1-0. R.A. Dickey only allows 1 run in 7 innings. Rowan 0 for 2 lifetime against Descends. Two balls and no strikes.
If I'm Aaron Rowan right here, I'm up 2-0 in the count. I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to look for my pitch, something I can drive into a gap. A lot of times when you're struggling as a hitter, you swing just because the count is 2-0. When you get to 2-0 and you've worked hard to get to this count, zone them up, keyhole them. Look for one pitch in one spot and then let it fly.
In on his hands, and he rolls this one foul. 2 balls and 1 strike. Rowan had an infield hit in the 3rd. He's 1 for 3. Ball comes loose from the Mets bullpen. Two balls and 1 strike. Sanchez to follow. We're in the 8th inning. On the ground towards the hole. Flip throw to second. Not in time. Lincecum beats it. Don't get hurt, kid.
Aaron Rowan ahead in the count, 2-1. Pulls the ball in the hole. Great hustle by Tim Lincecum, beating the throw at second. Tim Lincecum safe at second, safe and secure. New York life. Don't get hurt, Tim Lincecum, whatever you do. Goodness gracious. You got the knee, the ankle, the wrist, everything going on right there. It always used to worry me when my ace was on the mound and maybe he's going for a complete game and he always got a hit in the 8th inning. Because he worked so hard to get to that point in the game. And I know it's a 1-run baseball game right now, and the Giants definitely could use Tim Lincecum scoring a run. And kids at home, that is how not to slide into second base. But it always used to kind of scare me a little bit when my guy who was on the mound for 8 innings reached base late in the game.
Well, he's in one piece, thankfully. And here's Sanchez, and the Mets think that Sanchez is going to bunt. And the Mets were looking to see if Sanchez was going to tip his hand, and he didn't. See his numbers against Descends lifetime. 1 for 7, a double. And the bunt. Descends is going to go to third, and Lincecum's going to get some time on the bench.
Well, that's the only good thing about that bunt. Freddie Sanchez, I'm sure if you asked him and he had to do it over again, maybe he'd think about bunting to David Wright at third base. Wright was in. And Tejada was holding Lincecum at second base, so Wright would have had to charge right there. So all he had to do was bunt it hard to right.
Well, I think once he popped it up, Lincecum got a horrible jump. New pitcher, so when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. We'll be back. Pedro Feliciano, and those are his numbers.
That fastball about 87 miles an hour, slider 77, cutter and a change. He's mostly fastball slider to lefties and fastball change to righties. If I'm Aubrey Huff, I'm sitting on that slider.
He's got good numbers against Feliciano, and he takes that pitch in tight. How about these numbers? 4 for 7 with a double and a home run. Two balls and no strikes. This may be just a one-hitter for Feliciano with Buster Posey on deck. And tight, and it's 3-0. And of all the guys on this team that Bruce Bochy will give the green light to, it's Aubrey Huff. And the walk, and Posey's coming up with the bases loaded.
And of all the guys on this team you want to play with the bases loaded, it's this guy.
So here comes Jerry Manuel. He's going to go to the bullpen again. Feliciano, one guy, he faces his Huff and he walks him. So Buster Posey's coming up, and we'll be back. Warriors owners? That's right. Details of the Warriors deal. That's right. And the highlights of this game, Mets and Giants. So Bobby Parnell is the new pitcher, and he'll be facing Buster Posey.
Well, this is going to be good old-fashioned country hardball. Bobby Parnell throws nothing but cheese. Fastball 95 to 97. He throws it 87% of the time. So Buster Posey, get a ball down the strike zone and let it fly.
Posey's got a couple of hits. He's 2 for 3. Takes a fastball to get an idea of the velocity, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. And it's not just sometimes the velocity, it's also picking it up. See where it's coming out of the guy's hand. Outside corner at 96 to even the count.
See, that's a good take right there. Buster Posey seeing the ball big. You don't want to swing at a pitch on the black when you're heading the count 1-0. You're looking for a mistake right out over the plate, something you can drive. That's a good take.
On the ground. This is a fair ball. The throw home. Not in time. As Rowan beat the throw. And it's 2-0 Giants. Yeah, we talked about Ike Davis, how far he plays off the line. And he had to come a long way. And Buster Posey's got an RBI.
Check out Aaron Rowan at third base. He's not lazy. A lot of times you'll see guys just shuffle off kind of nonchalantly. He was breaking with the pitch. He saw the down angle from Buster Posey. Got a great jump. And Ike Davis, like you said, great point, Dwayne. Playing way over in the hole. Had to go get that ball toward the line. That took time. And Jerry Manuel arguing to see if Aaron Rowan indeed touched home plate. It looked like he did.
Yeah, it's a good call by Ted Barrett. And Travis Ishikawa is going to hit. Good call.
A long way to go for that. I mean, Ike Davis's momentum was taking him to the plate. That was the right play. It was just all made by Aaron Rowan getting a good jump at third base.
Here's Ishikawa. Ishikawa is going to have to get this started a little quicker as he fouls this one off the mask of Toll. Posey will get an RBI. I'm assuming it's a fielder's choice RBI. That's what it is. Ishikawa's got a chance to add another one by making an out. He's 0 for 3 tonight. A couple of ground balls and a strikeout. Double play ball. Cora, Tejada to Davis, and that'll end the inning. Giants pick up a run. Lincecum coming out 2-0 Giants.
Network with live coverage of the John Miller ceremony before Game 2 of the series. Saturday, 6 p.m. right back here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area with the Giants pregame live at 5:30. Zito versus Nice tomorrow.
You'll be working with John Miller. I'll be on the radio side, the KMBR side, with Dave Fleming. Ninth inning, 2-0 Giants. Lincecum will face the teeth of this Mets lineup. It'll be Wright, Beltrán, and Davis. Wright is 0 for 3. And a strike on the outside corner with a breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Andres Torres is now in left field. Huff out of the game. A fastball up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike.
This is Lincecum's game. Giants bullpen quiet. No sign of Brian Wilson down there. This is all on 55.
2 balls and no strikes. Wright trying to reach. And it's 3-1. Sandoval. Ishikawa. 1 down in the 9th. That's one of those ground balls where you got to force yourself to stay down.
That was a worm burner, as you always say. Stayed on the ground, had a little Velcro on it. Pablo Sandoval, you saw one go through the wickets right before the All-Star break. Good job of staying down on this baseball. And that first out in the 9th is always the toughest to get, especially when it's in the form of David Wright. Good job coming back and getting him, Tim Lincecum.
This will be pitch 101 to Carlos Beltrán. And Lincecum throws it high. The run the Giants scored in the 8th inning really allowed Lincecum just to throw one to right wherever he wanted to. Here, hit it. Beltrán takes a strike. Beltrán singled in the 4th. He's 1 for 3. Wide to make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Foul to even the count at 2-2. So Lincecum cleans the spikes off the back of the mound. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Foul again, same spot.
Done a great job of burying the fastball in on lefties all night long.
Sanchez, tricky play, stays with it. Got him, 2 down. So I always tell people there is no such thing as a routine ground ball.
The only easy play is the one that's already been made, and Freddie Sanchez doing a nice job right there, getting a short hop, setting himself, taking time, and making a good throw to first base.
Here's Ike Davis. Davis 0 for 3. Fastball up and in. Good pitch. Outside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 2. Not sure Davis agreed with that call. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, Lincecum's earned that call. He's been around the strike zone all night long, and when you're going for a complete game, you deserve a couple inches here or there.
On the ground, Sanchez on the dive, and that's the ball game. A terrific play by Freddie Sanchez, and behind Tim Lincecum, the Giants win game 1 of this 4-game series.
Just another ho-hum play by Freddie Sanchez at second base. He's been doing this all season long, playing deep, got a great jump on the baseball. All that is anticipating the ball. He knew the ball was coming to him. He got a great jump on it, kept it in front, got to his feet, and made a great play. 2-0
is your final. Lincecum wins his 10th game of the year, and the Giants are off and rolling in the second half of the season. They now go to 48-41 as they win tonight behind their ace. 2-0 is your final. Giants postgame live with interviews, and the postgame wrap is coming up. But first, let's go to the Comcast studios for an update on Sportsnet Central.